I was wondering if you get any women or female entrepreneurs coming to pitch you with their startups.
Uh, we do get a number of women coming to pitch us their startups, and I think if you sort of look back over the last 3 to 5 years, I'd say the number of women entrepreneurs has probably doubled or tripled from what we were seeing 3 to 5 years ago.
Oh, gee, that's fabulous, isn't it? And can you tell me what your sweet spot is or your theme, the sort of companies that you'd like to invest in?
Yeah, sure. G51 Capital, we're a super angel investor, and super angel definition to G51 is we place typically about $500,000. Anywhere from $500,000 to $1 million is our initial investment, and we generally lead the Series A,
Right.
and we provide very hands-on support and nurturing of the companies and the entrepreneurs. So we've invested in a number of different companies over the years. Started the company back in '97, and the model nowadays is less is more, and entrepreneurs have gotten more sophisticated. They understand cap tables, and they know that doing more with less helps them retain larger ownership percentages on the back end. And
Right.
so we have, we're excited to be working in that arena.
And do you like to invest locally or do you look all over the US?
You know, we look all over the U.S. for our investment opportunities, and we just announced a Stanford Fund where we're working with what we call a hyper networker, a guy named Larry Chang.
Right.
Do you know Larry?
Yes, I have met him, yeah.
Okay, so he's quite the energetic individual, and he's very passionate about working with engineering students and computer science students in Stanford, and he's been teaching I think it's the E145 class, uh,
Fabulous.
entrepreneurship for engineers. And so we've teamed up with Larry, and we're gonna go out and we're gonna find a Stanford founder, and we think that model of affiliating with different universities and those associated ecosystems is a smart platform to work from going forward. So Stanford's going to be the first test bed for us.
Fabulous. That sounds really interesting. And I'm wondering if you've noticed any differences at all with women when they pitch their businesses or if you invest in them when they run their startups. Are there any differences that you note compared to men?
Um, you know, I I think I always hate to generalize, but
Yes.
I think we found that women entrepreneurs are sometimes are better listeners and are willing to take advice, uh, um, and um, and sometimes the male counterparts might be a little more set in their ways a bit.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
and require a little more more deliberation, perhaps.
Okay.
Um, but what's nice is, I think when these entrepreneurs recognize that they have strengths and weaknesses, and when we can help support their weaknesses, and they recognize that, then it works out really well. And I think women entrepreneurs tend to come in with an open mind on that, and
Fabulous.
so I think it's a real positive aspect of working with women entrepreneurs.
Oh, that's great. Would you have any advice at all for women entrepreneurs or females that are looking to raise venture capital? Any advice from yourself?
Yeah, my advice for female entrepreneurs is try to understand what kind of capital your company needs, and
Okay.
try to right size your capital raise and your investor set that you look for with the right markets.
Okay.
So for example, if you were looking for $500,000, you may not want to go to a Sequoia or a Kleiner. And you also have to understand the opportunity around your startup. So if you don't have $1 billion opportunity, again, you wouldn't want to go to a Sequoia or a Kleiner. You know, if you have a smaller opportunity, there's going to be some businesses that can be very well 100% funded by angel groups.
Okay.
And there'll be businesses that will require angel groups and super angels. And there'll be businesses that require angel groups, super angels, and traditional venture. And even beyond that, you can add, the growth capital partners, growth capital guys on the other side when opportunities really take off. And you have some magnificent opportunities. So sort of try to look at your business and figure out what your capital requirements are going to be, and right size your capital requirements and sort of the prospects for your company for the investors that you're going to go contact. And if you can right size those quickly, you'll meet with fewer people, you'll be more effective, and you'll raise money faster.
Fabulous. And just to clarify for the audience, how would you define a super angel, which obviously you are?
So I define the G51 definition of a super angel is someone who invests sort of post-angel, but traditional venture. Okay. And so often, I think the typical angel investment in today's market is around $350,000. Okay. And I think the typical incubator funding ranges pretty broadly from maybe 25,000 or maybe 25,000 to maybe another 100 or 150. Okay. And so what tends to happen is those companies are able to develop their product and build an initial team on that money. But often they haven't been able to exercise enough commercial traction to justify a significant traditional venture round of funding. Okay. And so that's where super angel money comes in. They've delivered a beta product, they're ready to move forward, and with $500,000 or $1 million or $2 million, they can prove the commercialization opportunity around their technology or their business. Great. That's my definition. It's helping prove up the commercial technology, the technology commercialization opportunity around your product or company.
That's really great, and it's given me even a clearer definition. Thank you so much for that, and thanks again for your time today, Rudy.
You bet.
Okay.
Well, good luck. Thank you.